hear the train coming. It's rolling around the bend. And I
want listeners to pay close attention to what I'm saying. You can watch on YouTube and Google for free Police State 2000, Police State 2, The Takeover, Police State 3, Total Enslavement. Now, we got secret documents because the FBI at a checkpoint where the regular Army was illegally searching vehicles. They gave us the classified documents with the cover story for local media stapled to the top. We posted them up on Infowars.com. The headline was written by Ed Homan for Infowars.com in Thanksgiving of 1998 was, it's martial law and it's a 3 on the Richter scale. We were explaining how it was overtime creeping, how under the name of bomb disposal, that's what the media is told, but on the sub-sheets, this is in Police State 2, The Takeover. You can go see the documents there with phone numbers. It said, we are in warrant service, law enforcement, the regular Army will aid you for anything, not just bomb disposal. Their front is bomb disposal. And now you notice the commander of the brigade countered Naomi Wolf. I want her to tell that story right now. He countered her and said, oh, we're just bomb disposal. They also say the jaws of life. Oh, the Army's here just to help get you out of a wrecked car. So, see, that's the PR front. Naomi Wolf, tell us how he tried to counter you.
Well, it wasn't my memory that they said bomb disposal, although I have to say I was so shocked that the head of that brigade took the trouble to rebut, my ordinary citizens' questions about who are these people and why are they deployed, that I was taken aback. But you can go to the Today Show transcript and see my memory is that he said, oh, we're here to help communities affected by weapons of mass destruction, which raises plenty of questions itself, But again, I've been reaching out to friends at the New York Times and the Philadelphia Inquirer, and maybe this doesn't shock you as much as it shocks me, but I am in shock, saying, where is your reporting on this? And they said, there's nothing on the wire services. The New York Times said off the record or on background that they're investigating, but they obviously haven't reported anything yet. So I'm in a position where citizens are coming to me saying, Naomi, where's the 1st Brigade? What's their mission? And, I can't tell them where they are. And I know that the latest spin, the latest PR releases, I just blogged about this yesterday on BuzzFlash, from the military, are lying to the American people about the law. The last PR out of Colorado by, I guess, Northcom said, there are, conspiracy theorists are overreacting. There are laws against deploying military units on the street. But that's not true anymore. With the signing statement that Bush issued countering Congress's limitations on his excesses in the Defense Authorization Act of 2007, there aren't any laws anymore against deploying these people. And I had this interview. I'm sorry, go ahead.
It shows their deceptiveness. Their press release in the Army Times says, we're there for crowd control, for civil disturbances, non-lethal weapons. They're announcing the microwave guns on TV. The head of the Air Force and the Associated Press, the civilian head, the secretary said last year we need to use these weapons on Americans first. Because then that'll internationally allow us to use this against foreign armies. We can't under treaty, but if we use it in police actions here, like the American people as guinea pigs. So there they are saying we're going to be domestically operating, and then they double think and say Naomi Wolf's making this up when they themselves are admitting it. So this is the just incredible level of deception. Go ahead.
Extraordinary. Well, now I've got to say to you, Alex, honestly, I should really just meditate or something before I talk to you, because it's so, I'll piece things together and then you'll give me sources that I haven't seen, and I have to just take my thinking to another level. And Alex, any sources that are, kind of journalistically grounded that you want to send me so that I can blog about this, so I can raise people's awareness, because we do sort of reach different audiences. I would be very honored if you would do so. Well,
let me just do this on air. John, call Paul Watson, because I could do this myself, but I can't talk on the air and get you all these. I'm going to bring Paul, and we've got an hour and a half coming up, so plenty of time. Call Paul Watson, and I'm not bragging. In fact, it's just scary to be in this position. We discovered this just bumping into urban warfare drills in '96 in Texas. I knew nothing about it. When I witnessed troops training to confiscate guns and put Americans in FEMA camps on video admitting it's for America, and then up through 2000, and then I quit traveling because I'd already proven it. It's only accelerated since then, but I went all over the country. Maryland, California, Alabama, North Carolina. I mean, we have video of all this, and their own documents, and Marines coming up with guns and saying, turn your video cameras off, working with local police running checkpoints. I'll get Paul Watson on, and then he on air will give you the headlines, and because this is good to do on air to show listeners the integration of the information. Because I have to say, because I've interviewed the judge, advocate generals, and others who are against this as well, I talk about this 3 or 4 days a week for 12 years, and so that's why, and I've been screaming bloody murder, and finally you've got a bigger voice than I do because you're so respected, and you know, you're, so we'll talk about when we get back, and talk about your new film.
We're on the march.
Keep going.
The Empire's on the run.
I want all this on air. Total transparency for the audience. John?
Yep, I'm calling Watson right now.
Okay, I want to talk to him on air right now.
Okay.
For everybody just on the internet. To explain this, folks, AM and FM dial, shortwave, satellite, they're not hearing this, but the tens of thousands live listening, the hundreds of thousands and millions in the aggregate that listen over the next week on the podcast and the web, it's just, we're going into martial law here, so I frankly need these breaks to rest, but I'm skipping a lot of them because we're so far down the line. Did you get Paul Watson on the phone?
It's ringing.
Paul is the best I know at quickly finding things, because the headline was AP, and then it was something like Secretary of Air Force says use non-lethals on Americans first. Now, Paul will be able to find these, and then off air, I'll have you talk to Paul. He'll give you the email, because if I forget and tell them after the show, they're so busy they'll end up not doing it. I mean, did my guys ever send you all that stuff I said I'd have them send you?
Oh, absolutely. I got a fantastic, immediately I got a fantastic assortment of materials, and I've looked at them and educated myself.
Okay. Well,
so I'm grateful to you.
Now, again, you know much more than I do on most subjects. I'm out here as some grand poobah just because you've, burrowed into this and written books on it now. I know you know a lot of stuff I don't know. I know some things you don't know. We're just, again, for those in the audience watching, there's no time to play games. We're multitasking, brainstorming here on air. Did you get Paul Watson?
He said he can't make it. He's just stepping out right now. He has to go to dinner.
Oh, drag him in here now. Drag him in here on air. I know it's 6 o'clock at night over there, but drag him in. His girlfriend, Ehan, can wait. She's a sweetheart, but he's in England. Are you calling Watson back, or
I'm calling him back?
Is he there? Well, just tell him I want to talk to him for a second. I'm sure he's going to Julio's, his favorite Italian place that he goes out once a week to with his girlfriend. Paul Watson.
You're saying, I want to tell you a couple of other things, if I may.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're saying, well, first I want to tell you I met someone who came up to me after one of my events, but the trouble I'm having with this as a journalist is that many, many people are coming up to me and disclosing really important things, but then not letting me use their names, so I can't follow up.
Naomi, we have everything. We have all of it. We know the exact attack pattern because we've gone to the grassroots. Like, Watson knows I'll twist his arm into a long time on air. Did you get him?
I got him right now.
Let me talk to him right now.
Go ahead.
Hey, Watson.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
I don't know why.
He's complaining in the background. Hey, Watson.
That's 2 seconds.
Hey, Watson. This is classic. This is real radio, folks. This is like reality radio. Watson.
Hello?
You know you've been on air complaining in the background? Here's the deal. I could ask the forum guys to do it, but this can't wait because Naomi Wolf's so influential. What was the headline last year with the Secretary of the Air Force saying they want to use the microwave guns on the American people first? What was that headline?
I don't recall that one, Alex. I recall the futurist study in Britain where they said they may have to use those weapons.
All right, well, since I got you here, we're going to do 2 minutes on air right now. Here we go.